Hello and welcome to another episode of GOA365's Face to Face. I'm Glenn Costa, and with me today is probably one of the youngest persons that I have interviewed in this program, Gourav Arora, who is a second year law student and he is a senior director of Iimun. Now, this full form I will get him only to explain to you all and what exactly they do. He was just talking to me before this program. Gourav, welcome to our show. Gourav, what exactly are you guys doing in Goa? Because Goa, normally people your age and a little older and younger, they come to party, they go to the clubs, they'll go to the baga. What are you doing here?
Okay, first of all, thank you so much for having me here.
My pleasure.
It's my third time in Goa. I've been to Goa thrice before in my life. Every time I've come with Iimun.
Really?
Yes. Last to last year, I'd come here to conduct free of cost workshops in schools across the city. Okay. This year I got the opportunity to come and actually execute the event. So now what we are here for, so the organization that I've come from, Iimun, it stands for India's International Movement to Unite Nations. It's a long name. But what we do is, in the easiest method, we try to unite the world the Indian way. By sensitizing tomorrow's leaders today. We do this through about 19,000 engagements in a year. And what we are doing in Goa is one of that. This is our Iimun Goa Conference 2025. It's the third year after COVID. We've done about 5 editions before COVID. And what happens is, it's a 3-day conference. It's happening 11, 12, 13 July. This year we are hosting it at the GOA365 school. And yes, it's a 3-day program, wherein on the first day, I'll tell you, yesterday was a very exciting day. Yesterday we hosted the opening ceremony. Okay. In this opening ceremony, what we try to do, we're trying to bring in guest speakers from different walks of life who can come and talk to these young students. Okay. Okay. So yesterday we had the honor of hosting the DGP of Goa. We also hosted the Consul General of Portugal. Then on the same platform, we also hosted Vice Admiral retired Puneet Behelji. Okay. On the same platform, we also hosted actress Samira Reddy. And on the same platform, there's a CEO of this company called SoFuel, Prajot Menakarji. So we also hosted him. So these 5 people from such diverse fields, with a few dance performances, Indian classical dances, that come to talk to these 12, 13, 14, 15, 16-year-olds, 500 of them from about 30 schools across Goa. It's a 3-hour ceremony. And all of them spoke about things that they've picked up in their life. Like someone like Samira Reddy, who was at the peak of Bollywood, but she decided to leave that, come and settle here in Goa. Someone like Prajot Menakarji recently won the Prime Minister's Award for Startups. He runs about 30 startups under the Prime Minister.
Really?
Yes. So he was talking to the students, and he's of course, I might seem young. I'm not that good with technology. You put me on laptop and I'll be there like a chimpanzee. But yes, he was talking about
that is surprising.
No. I'm just very bad with technology. That's it. Instagram very good. If you give me something else, no, not so good. But yes, he was talking about AI. He spoke about Android and the way he connected it. How we have AI today. He really connected it to 2012. I was probably 7 back then, and how Androids were coming at that time. It was equally surprising for everyone. Like how AI is everywhere today. All of us are just looking out for it. Android was the same way, and he was connecting. He started his journey that way. So yes, again, Vice Admiral, he was the FOG of Goa, he had served the Southern Command, to the Consul General of Portugal. The idea is to bring in different people from different walks of life who can come and talk to the kids on the first day. You listen to people, and we believe in one thing: you don't judge beforehand. You listen, and you'll realize we are a apolitical, bipartisan organization. I don't know if I should mention this, but we as an organization on the same day have hosted Mohan Bhagwat ji, the Sarg Sanchalak of RSS, and so also Rahul Gandhi ji. The same day we host Atishi Marlena ji, we also host Meenakshi Lekhi ji. So we are neither left nor right. What we do, we provide the platform to the students.
You basically try and balance it.
Correct. We give you both the sides. We'll do a moderated debate with Rajdeep Sardesai ji. We'll also do a moderated debate with Anjana Om Kashyap ji. The idea is to provide students with both sides, that you listen. Don't judge beforehand. Our founder, in fact, had written a book called Nothing But The Truth. It was about his journey, about all these people that he'd met, 10 people particularly he'd met. And people used to ask him, why are you writing about this particular person? Those from the right used to ask him, why have you written about Rahul Gandhi in the book? Those from the left would ask him, why have you written about Subramaniam Swamy? Why have you written about Mohan Bhagwat? Why have you written about Karan Johar? And all he used to say is this one thing in Arthashastra, that you like someone, you don't like someone, there's something that you can always learn from someone. And that's what we deeply believe in this concept of the opening ceremony.
Absolutely. So this is something that you all are doing in Goa you're like giving a platform, you're like giving an opportunity for so many students to, otherwise they would not have got this opportunity to go and talk to a lot of people, because schools in India, whether we like it or not, very structured, and it doesn't give you so much. So hopefully, I mean, like things, I don't know, India moves slowly in many ways, quick in many ways, but slowly. But tell me now, how did this journey start for you? And like you were telling me, this MUN was something else initially. It was something like modeled on the UN. But this is something like what you told me, it struck me, because see, we are the caretakers of this land. This is something like old Indian, Red Indian philosophy. We don't own the land, we don't do anything. We are the caretakers. We have to keep it, take care of it, of everybody, and then keep it in a better place, in a better condition for the next generation. Somehow our generation, I think, has failed spectacularly. If you go to see India, you go to see, now you're from the north, right, originally. Now huge settlements, development, one rain it floods. You go to Bombay, again Bombay right now is not in a good position. Now Goa, with all its supposed greenery, 3 days of rain and we were like underwater. Now this is one part of development. So how you guys think you all can make a difference?
The idea is, I'll first tell you how.
Because ultimately, this is, you have to fight for your own property, your own place, because we are not going to be there forever.
Correct. No, you mentioned about Goa. It brings me. So when we are doing this conference, so out here we're discussing a huge number of topics, right?
Correct.
One of the topics we have is called the Goa Legislative Assembly. It's talking about how to make Panji a smart city. We already had this topic, which is what really makes me happy about coming to Goa. But then one of the kids from Goa only, he reached out to me, and we all are doing this topic, but I'm really passionate about this other topic, which is how to preserve the culture and heritage of Goa while working towards a Viksit Goa 2047. Can you all please add this topic? It was really
How old was this person?
He is in 11th grade right now. He's an 11th grader from one of the schools in Goa.
Very good. It gives you a lot of hope. So as
correct.
For the
I told him, and he reached out to me some 8 days before the event. So I told him I would have loved to do it, but abhi study material nahi hai, koi bacche nahi hai, we've already arranged food. Ye sab kaise karenge? He said, I'll get my friends, all those who want to work on this, I'll get all of them to participate. I'll help you prepare the study material, but we really need to discuss. Then I spoke with some of my seniors that no, this kid is really passionate, and that's what Iimun is about. It's not that conventional. If a kid wants to discuss about it, and if we can genuinely reach a solution on how to preserve the culture and heritage and work towards a Viksit Goa 2047, why not? Absolutely. So then the team that day sat 48 hours, nobody slept, because you have to actually prepare a detailed study guide, 9 pages, reference links. I had the team make the study material. This kid, he was talking to his friends, he got all of them together. We got all of them on board, we had their training, all of them participated, and today they are sitting there talking about such beautiful speeches. When you all will come down, you will see about how to preserve, and I'm sure what they'll discuss tomorrow, by end of tomorrow, all of these topics have to come to a resolution. They have to prepare a document with all the solutions they've discussed.
The way forward.
Correct. And with no offense to those currently in power, I can guarantee if the same topic was given to the real Goa Legislative Assembly, you give them 5 years, they won't reach a resolution. These kids will get there in 2 days.
See, I don't. Little bit of beg to differ. No, I'm not saying that they are efficient. They are very bad. If you watch our programs, you will see the issues that are taken up.
Correct.
The point is not that. The point is they might come to a solution, but that's not the end. That's not even the beginning. That's before the beginning. It's ultimately the implementation which is an issue. That's where the youth is so important, because today's, youth generally, even when we were like your age, I still say I'm like 25 with 25 years. Yeah. So, but at that time, it's the impatience. Nahi, aaj hi karna hai, abhi hi karna hai. But when you reach the political level, like legislative assembly, हाँ करना है, देख लेगा, हाँ committee बनाएगा, वो discussion करेगा, it never happens. So solution they'll come. The point is that will be a challenge for you guys as you all move into power and get more and more implementation of that. Or okay, fine, move in the system, establishment.
I'm very glad that you brought this up. That is what led us to the change. So as I was saying, pre-2017 we were called as Indian International Model United Nations. It started in 2011. Our founder Rishabh Shah, he had participated in a similar event. And he performed so well, that it transformed him from the kind of speaker that he was. So he thought, why not take this? Back then there used to be two, one in Bombay, one in Kolkata. La Martiniere Kolkata, probably Dhirubhai in Mumbai. These used to do it. It was very, very elite event for the top IB schools to go and participate in. His family used to run an iron and steel business. So he thought, why not take this to the smallest of cities across the country? So we started doing that. We went to 220 cities. Then we took 1,000.
220 cities.
Currently we do these in 220 cities across India, 35 countries across the world. And even the countries that we visit, you will realize we don't visit the countries which have huge Indian diasporas. We visit Ecuador, Uruguay, countries where we can actually take our Indian culture. Right? And yes, 2017 we took 1,000 kids from across India to the UN, who sat inside the UN headquarters and debated and discussed. In fact, we had students from Goa also back in 2017 as well.
Wow.
And those 1,000 students, when we saw them perform their debate there, that was the same year we met Pranab Mukherjee. And he sort of pushed Rishabh sir towards this, that why are you replicating the UN? A, they don't do much. Second, it's not fit for the Indian kids. Why don't you do something Indian? We have such huge history. We have so much to learn from our own culture. Why are we replicating the UN? Which really did something for him, and he changed it from Indian International Model UN
to this IIM. Okay, before you continue on this, we have to go in for a short break.
Sorry.
Keep watching. Yeah, welcome back. Yeah, Gourav, I interrupted you. What you were saying that you all were
went
discussing,
from,
and then
correct, Indian International Model UN
Correct.
to this movement United Nations. And the first difference we made, we changed the rules of procedure. Right? We changed from replicating the UN's rules. We went to taking the rules from the Arthashastra. Now the Arthashastra is this thing known as the Purva Paksha, where before you have a preconceived notion, you put yourself in the other person's foot and then you debate. So we firstly changed our rules of procedure. It's called the UNA USA model of debating. We scratched that. Now we have an Iimun rule of procedure, which comes from the Purva Paksha. Second change, we thought now a 7th grader, like today we have participants who are 5th, 6th graders, 7th graders even who are talking. We realized now a 7th grader, as much as discussing Russia, Ukraine, Israel, Palestine is important, they need to discuss about what's happening in Panji, they need to discuss about farmers, they need to discuss about what's happening in India, and then go to that second step. So now compulsorily, all our conferences have 33% regional topics that are either related to India or from India. Like even the UNGA that we are doing today, the agenda is how to reform the United Nations, taking learnings from the Arthashastra. Right? So you're able to understand your culture. Firstly, understand the country that you come from, understand that, and then go to the second level is what the first thing. And then the second thing, the impact part that we understood. So in 2017, we actioned this thing known as actionable goals. So you participate in the conference, very good. You get our certificate. It'll help you with your college admission process. But we won't give you the certificate for just speaking. You go back home, either you donate a book, or you feed someone, or you plant a tree. These are the three actionable goals. फिर आगे picture दिखाओ. First, he shows the picture. Then we'll give you the certificate. So we tried doing that. We do that.
Brilliant, absolutely.
Yes.
Now this, I'm totally on you on this UN. How effective it's not, because as we were discussing just before. What is the UN doing? I don't know. People are fighting, they can't do anything, they're not, it's a very structured organization, no doubt. But today, so many of the UN programs are stopped, one person's whim. Trump says, no,
Correct.
I'm not going, you shut so many people, So, I don't know, I think many of these institutions, organizations, not only in India, but also around the world have basically failed. They're there because they're there. So, you guys want to make a difference. How did you, which is a very good thing. But tell me one thing, let's get into a little more. How did you get into this? What are you doing? You're a law student, second year, Arora, obviously from the Punjab or North India, whatever. How and now you say you're based in Bombay. How do you get into this?
It's a funny story, I'll tell you. I always tell this whenever I visit schools, I tell them. So this is when I was in 9th grade. Okay, the thing happened right before my vacations, and it was the last day. Okay, it was the last period. It was the maths period. So obviously I just wanted to get out of the class. My seniors made an announcement, and the announcement was simple: there is a Harry Potter competition happening. If you're interested, come out of the class. I was getting to go out of the class. I was getting to debate about Harry Potter. So I went outside. I gave my name, and then the Harry Potter topic was unfortunately full. So they put me in Lok Sabha. I was given a politician to represent named Ashok Kumar from AIADMK. right? And they were this was 2-3 days later. There were 30-40 odd students. One of my seniors from the school, she was representing Srimati Sonia Gandhi. She was in the Congress at that time. AIDMK was with BJP. I didn't know who's with BJP, who's with Congress. As a 9th grader, I had no idea.
Today, even now, AIDM is with BJP.
Correct. So, so of course, at that time, I had no idea what is alliance, what is NDA, what is what are all of these alliances, what does that even mean? And the agenda we were talking about was the 3 pillars of Indian democracy. I had read about it somewhere while preparing for one of my unit tests in the civics book, and that was it. The judge had asked me to give a speech. I couldn't. He encouraged me a lot. He gave me pointers. I spoke a little bit more, and he clapped for me. And of course, when he clapped, everybody in the room clapped. And for the 9th grader Gourav, it was, a huge thing. And the senior was from 12th grade. So, she kept on feeding me a little bit pointer here and there for the first session. Then I researched a little bit on my own. Then I went back home and I realized, मैं तो गलत party के साथ बैठा हूँ. I have to sit on the other side. Then second day I came and I sat with BJP. Then one thing I knew, I have to just raise my placard and speak. You know it, you don't know it, ask questions, but just speak. Throughout the 3-day competition, I spoke a lot. And to my surprise and to everyone's surprise, I somehow ended up winning the first prize.
Really?
And when I took that, and that was one of the first few prizes I won, to be honest. I was good at studies. Touchwood, I was good at studies. So I used to win the, academic award. But for co-curriculars, I'd never won anything. You can look at me and tell I don't have the capacity or stamina for sports. I'm never good at dance, music, art, nothing, none of those sort of things. So co-curriculars wise, this was my first award. And at that time, I was a medical student. Okay, from 8th itself, I had joined a coaching. Not that I had a lot of pressure. My parents were, to be honest, very chill. I joined a NEET coaching with the idea that, I was good at studies. So I had 2 options. Engineering or medical. Correct. And I knew engineering, I'll have to do maths. So let's discount that. Medical. I was always good at cramming stuff. So I opted for medical. I started preparing for NEET from 8th grade. Really? I got myself, my brother is an engineer. He works at the Bank of England as of now. And he was very, very against. Why do you want to go to a coaching? Do all of this in 11th, 12th. Enjoy your life. But I was like, no, I have to go. How will I clear NEET? I got myself admitted in a tuition. 8th, 9th, 10th, I had paid the fee already, but then in 9th I participated in this one competition and it led to a lot more of that. Hisar was, I come from Hisar, it's a very small city. To give people context about how small Hisar is, there's a time whenever I want to have ice cream post 10 PM, I have to wait till the next day because everything in Hisar closes post 10.
Goa used to be like that, not very
now,
long.
Of course, Blinkit and everything has come into picture. But yes, one MUN used to happen in a year, one Iimun conference. And then small cities like this city called Rohtak. My parents used to take me 4 hours away in a bus. They would sit there the whole day, shut their business, shut their profession, sit with me at the school while I'm doing my debates and discussions.
Really?
I
appreciate your parents, man.
No, and it was a huge deal because this was in winters and Haryana winters are very bad. Cold. They took out their time. We would wake up at 4, take a bus at about 5, go to Rohtak 4 hours away for a 9 a.m. program for the only thing because I had a hobby and I wanted to do it. And when my 10th board result came, I scored 98%. And of course, my parents didn't know that I'm planning to even switch a stream. But then I had a conversation with them and I told them, I'll do medical, but I don't think I'll be happy doing it. I think if I were to do law, I'll actually be happy doing it. And they were very supportive. I made the change. I prepared for CLAT. And then I got into one of the NLUs, NLU Patiala. My rank was about, one of the top 10s. My rank was about 700 All India rank. And yes, I wanted to go to NLU because of the tag of it, but then I also gave the MHCT. Correct. For any law student, going to a NLU, that itself a shortcut to a tier 1 law firm. But then I also gave the MHCT exam. I really wanted to join this college called GLC. Again, might sound a little cliche. My marks are 117. The cutoff was 118 for the outside Maharashtra state candidates.
Oh, that's
so in my 85% reservation is there for those from Maharashtra. Okay. So I had that 15% seat. GLC is one of course, the top colleges, government law college. I really wanted to go there. Cutoff for, of course, Maharashtra state was 107. I was at 117, but I unfortunately couldn't get in. And then I got the second college, which is also one of the top colleges. But then, you had that little thing in my mind. But then I knew that if I go to Mumbai, I have the exposure of Mumbai. I have my college, and then I also have Iimun. And if you would have ever put the 10th grader or 9th grader Gourav here, I can guarantee you would have started crying. Because you could have never formulated a sentence, you would have never had the confidence to speak so well. And I realized that I am genuinely doing something that I love. I was speaking to a parent who had come to meet me at the GOA365 school earlier. They spoke about, so my team yesterday, I went to sleep. I slept around 2. My team was up till 3:30. We left from the GOA365 yesterday night around 9 PM. We had to send all the kids. We reached back. We had to to arrange dinner for the presiding officer, judges who have come from across the country. Then we do a feedback meeting, a debrief. Everything ended by 2. Then those young kids were up till 3:30. We have a social media page, so they had to put up stuff on social media. They had to make the marking sheet, the recognition sheet. All 6 of them stayed up together till 3:30, and then they also woke up at 6 a.m. today.
Wow.
With the only idea, and you'll go and you'll see them. They are not on any Red Bull. They've not had any breakfast, no lunch. The only thing that fuels them is that they want to create some impact. They want to do this for young students similar to them, because like I have this story, each and every one of us has a story of how this organization has impacted us. And you realize none of us at Iimun are paid a single penny. It's on a complete volunteer basis. We are a team of about 7,000 young volunteers, and all of us are a part of this organization just because we love the work. We love what the organization does, and all of us truly call it home. My mom, some of the parents actually come to the office and ask, have you done some black magic on our kid? Why is he in the office? Why does he come at 8 a.m.? We actually have a very strict rule. We are very punctual. If you enter beyond 8 to 8:15, you won't get entry. Come in the second batch. We're very punctual because we understand in today's generation it's easy to lose those values, and we don't want that to happen.
Like it's at a premium. Yeah, you need to set up those systems and
such small things, like in all our conferences across the country. If you talk about the UN, nobody thinks about yoga. In all our conferences, the third day, Sunday, mandatorily starts with the yoga session. 8 to 9, the kids must do yoga. You are doing it in Jalgaon. You are doing it in Japan. You are doing it in Belgium. Wherever an Iimun conference happens, day 3 starts with the yoga, right? So these small Indian values, all our conference, in our office, every day, every morning, 15 minutes, everybody has to mandatorily meditate. Keep your phones aside and meditate.
Wow, but for your generation and for the generation before yours, that's like, I'm like really amazed, because it's tough because I know you see my team, like we are like, it's a very young team.
Correct.
But so we know, and like even your age, we have a couple of guys, the Gen Z guys, and all. It's tough because the only thing, like, okay, fine, okay, what's this reel, that one, this iPhone,
we procrastinate a lot. Yeah. I personally experienced that because I have
time is not important. Yeah, I guess at your age it's not important, but I guess
but then at a time you have to understand.
It's a habit.
Correct.
Because if you build that habit, and then it stays with you. Because like I always tell the people I work with, that your neural pathways, once they're set, it's very difficult to change them, and breaking a habit and changing a habit, for most people, 90% people, it's not worth the effort. So better to start good habits right in the beginning.
We sort of rewire them. Once you join Iimun, there are 3 things. You must meditate, you must read news. Every batch, there are 8, 12, 4, 40 minutes, 50 minutes. They come for 4 hours. And that also we spend 1 hour on them just discussing news. You should, because if you don't know what's happening around you, you can't do anything.
You cannot. And you guys are the future. It's high time, like, that responsibility for your own future is taken by all. Correct. You cannot. How long can you depend on parents and elders and elderly people? And we like really. I cannot use the very unparliamentary words, but we have not done a very good job from what I see around the world and in Goa. This I'm on record. This will come. We have not done a good job. You guys have to rectify, clean up. Most of it clean up and pull back from what we have, like, taken it to that level. Again, unparliamentary bleep.
No, and realize these values really go a long way, because today I am an alumni.
Discipline, the values and all is fine, but this discipline and this passion and all, which basically
we have not burn out. 5 values. So, we when you enter our office, there are 5 things written. Okay. And if you don't have those 5 things, you don't think you can survive at Iimun. These include humility, these include honesty, these include discipline, these include passion, and these include just being confident. If you don't have these 5, and I don't think it's just true for Iimun, it's true for everyday
life. To succeed, you need this, and you need to practice it on a daily basis. See, we are like out of time, Gourav. Time has flown. It's been a real pleasure. True. And I hope we can be in touch, and we can do things together, because we are there with whatever you may want to do also in future.
Absolutely.
Thanks a lot. Now, this was Gourav Arora, a very passionate young man, and I am so gratified and I'm so happy. In fact, I have to him, that people like him, then we have hope for our state, for our country, for the world. Because as you get a little older, and you tend to become a cynic when you see like, what are we doing? We also, in our profession also, we also do things because we feel like it's never the money also, as to say. But I'm gratified that you guys are there to do something, to take the future where it should go. Thanks a lot, Gourav. I should thank you for coming.
Thank you so much
on
for
our show.
having me here.
And it's a pleasure. I'm Glenn Costa for Face to Face on GOA365. Keep watching.